I'd also like to thank the many groups who we work with on the ground and who help inform immigration policy, who have contributed to this bill, which are including NCLR, NALEO, the National Immigration Forum, Migration Policy Institute, and the National Skills Coalition, and the many staffers throughout the building. I think it's important for us to understand that we shouldn't take it lightly when congressional members come together from both sides of the aisle. And I'm very, very proud to say that one of the most enjoyable colleagues that I have to work with is Congresswoman Ros Lehtinen from Florida. And what I'd like to do is, hopefully I can do justice to a statement and read it for you, because if she were here, she would say, "Our nation can only continue to be successful in an increasingly competitive global economy by helping our immigrants embrace American culture and values. Today, there is a vast network of community-based organizations that provide the resources needed for them to become successful in contributing Americans. However, these organizations face many challenges, such as the 8.7 million legal permanent residents with limited English proficiency. Red tape and waste caused by the lack of cooperation between different agencies and organizations add to the challenges legal immigrants face to integrate with American society. These kinds of integration challenges and bureaucratic issues could be better addressed with the help of a comprehensive federal strategy." And that's why Congresswoman Ros Lehtinen and I have come together to introduce this bill. And basically it's called the New American Success Act. And I'll go through a few points of what it will cover and the problems it will hopefully solve. Immigrants have always been essential to America's success. Their energy, creativity, and entrepreneurship make our country stronger. For example, immigrants contribute to the culture and diversity of America while they strengthen our economy. Research shows that immigrants are more likely than native-born individuals to start their own businesses. These businesses employ millions of Americans across the country and generate billions of dollars in revenue, actually adding trillions of dollars to the economy. We need to make sure that these new Americans are able to live their American dream. Right now, immigrants face challenges obtaining higher levels of education and learning enough English to make them successful in the workplace. The bipartisan New American Success Act provides a path of new legal immigrants to integrate into American society and become fully naturalized. The New American Success Act will establish a national integration strategy, cutting red tape and making federal and state governments more efficient. This way, we can help immigrants acquire the skills and knowledge they need to succeed. Basically, it would create a clearinghouse organization that would pull together the various agencies at the federal level and the local levels to be able to make sure that we have one place that we know that this policy and this integration is coming out of. Right now, that kind of communication across departments is not happening efficiently, and actually we have situations where they don't know which one shall go first or which one shall take the precedent. The New American Success Act enhances federal, state, and local strategies by tying together the three pillars of immigrant integration: civic, linguistic, and economic, to ensure immigrants have the tools they need to become successful Americans. I think it's important for all of us to understand that when people come to this country, many times they come with limited literacy, even in their own language. I can use my family as an example. My mother and father grew up in a very small town in Temastian, Jalisco, Mexico. They got married and moved to California. But they got here only with a first and second grade education. And they had 11 children, and 10 of us are now married, and we have our own households to support. But let me give you an example that I think is glaring about how important this is about the economy. A lot of people might look at me, Congressman Cardenas, with an accent in my name, and assume that I'm on this issue because my parents were immigrants. Yes, that moves me to know and understand how important this issue is, but my effort isn't about my parents who have now passed on. My issue is about human beings that are right here in America. First and foremost, American citizens. Americans. That is the purpose and the reason why I'm on this issue. And I make it one of my central issues as a congressman. It is because I truly do believe in the facts. And the economic facts are this: When immigrants are successful here in this country, they drive industries. They support industries. For example, my father, he didn't know this, but he was an integral part of the #1 industry in the #1 state economy in the country. California, if it were its own country today, would probably be ranked sixth in gross national product. Sixth in the world. It is the #1 state economy in this country. Yet at the same time, when my father got here, he worked in California in the fields, picking fruits and vegetables. He didn't know it, but he was an integral part of the biggest #1 economy in all of California. That was true then, and it's still true today. Those fruits and vegetables are picked by and large by immigrants, by and large by people who, if that, are only one generation away from being immigrants. And the biggest fact economically can be borne out in the example of my family. Parents with a first and second grade education, they worked hard. And they made sure that their children had opportunities that perhaps they never had. I have family members, brothers and sisters who are engineers, teachers. I'm an engineer myself, bachelor's, master's, and doctorate degrees. Every single one of us 10 children who are still here today, the amount of taxes that we pay every year exceeds the highest gross income of Andres and Maria Cardenas's household. Think about that. Think about that. The reason why this is such an important bill is because the sooner we can get immigrants to integrate into our country and to be able to have their skills elevated, it will benefit, as the economists point out to us, it will benefit American citizens because we will see the economy thrive and we will see industries like the #1 industry in California, agriculture, thrive as well. Today, because of a broken immigration system, we have billions and billions of dollars of opportunity going to waste that are not contributing to the economy, that are not contributing to the employment in our country. That's why this issue is so important. And the sooner we can make sure that people integrate in this country, the better. And for anybody who wants to integrate, for them to languish and not be able to thrive and learn and grow and learn English and learn how to read and learn how to adapt themselves and contribute more to their local economy, America suffers. So first and foremost, in my opinion, this is not an immigrant issue. This is an American economy issue. And that's why this is so important to me. I've been a businessman myself. I've employed people. And believe me, to have a diverse workforce is critical in every industry in this country. So with that, I'd like to thank all of you for coming, and I'd like to thank all of you for all of your wonderful support and putting together this simple yet important bill that Congresswoman Ros Lehtinen and myself are introducing to Congress today. Thank you very much.